Good morning, everybody. And we do have Donald Faye as our guest artist today. It's good to have him back. It's been a while. And let's all stand together. We'll affirm what we know to be true. God is good, and all is well. What a wonderful morning, beyond compare. I feel God's loving presence everywhere. I am filled
you all. Good morning, Unity. Welcome to Unity of Bon Air, where we live and express unconditional love and as the minister here alongside of all of you as we create this beloved community. Whether this is your first time or your 100th time, either in person or online, we're grateful for your presence and your participation as we share this special time together. We have come here as part of love's divine purpose that calls each of us forth to celebrate the connection we all share through the holy presence within us and all around us that we call God. And in this spirit of community, we unfold in light and love all spiritual and religious gatherings and all people. So we want to especially welcome any of you who are here for the first time. If you're in the room, please raise your hand and our greeter will bring you a welcome packet. Ooh, you got some walking to do here, Susan. So we're so very happy you're here. We invite you to join us for fellowship coffee afterwards and get to speak to a few folks. And if you're with us online, please be sure to visit our website at unitybonair.org to see the wonderful activities that are happening here. So then it's time for our morning funny. So I wanted to tell you a story that happened to me several months ago. My sister and I had gone to Costco, and we didn't have that many items, so we didn't have a cart. And we'd paid. We were walking back to the car, and we couldn't find our car. So we started to set our items down on the ground, and she went to dig for the thing that makes the car beep. And we were so far away from it, it wasn't beeping. And so first a man walks by with a cart, and he says, "Are you two okay?" And we said, "Yeah, we just can't find our cart." So he went and put his groceries in his car and came back and gave us his cart so we could get our stuff up off the ground. And then another younger couple come walking by, and they said, "Are you all okay?" So we said, "Well, we're looking for our car." And they said, they grabbed the thing right out of my sister's hand and said, "Oh, we'll help you." And the woman's walking around, pressing the button, and finally we found the car and got our stuff and got in the car. And I looked at my sister and I said, "Okay, I guess this makes it official. We're now two little old ladies." And everybody in the parking lot's coming to help us. Oh my gosh. So let's take a breath and get present this morning to the love that is living and breathing us. Drop our shoulders. Take 2 deep breaths and release. We allow ourselves to come into the awareness that we are so much more than just these physical bodies. We are the fire and the light, the creativity of the Divine One, expressing in all these different suits. And as we breathe and go within, we can feel the depth of this love within us. Take a moment and feel love's presence. And just inviting our hearts to open up and pour this love into the room. And then feel the love all around us. Invite ourselves to open not only our physical eyes, but our spiritual eyes and our ears, that we might hear and see Spirit at work as we gather together today. Know what love would have us know about ourselves and one another. As we continue creating this circle of love We bring in it all those whose names are in our prayer box, and then our friends and members who are experiencing challenges right now. Dottie and Manny, Carol, Silas and his parents, Paige, Myra, Teresa, Captain Tom, Hannah and Stephen, Kathy McGill, Ann, Jody Smith, Deb Thompson, Margot, Cheryl's grandbaby, Billy and Laura Wills, Beverly Woolridge, Russ, Deb's brother, Clara Berner. And if you have anybody in your circle of beloved ones that you would like to include, you may say their name out loud or silently right now. And we hold these beloved ones in the light of Christ, knowing that nothing can separate us from the love of God. So even though they might feel troubled or anxious or unsure at this moment, the very presence of love is dwelling within them, calling forth all that they might need in this moment. We just take a breath and relax, knowing, this well. Our lives are held in love. Continue to expand those in this circle of love. Behold our country, our leaders, the leaders from around the world, that they might step into the role of caring so deeply for those who are under their care. Behold these places on our planet where there is fighting and bloodshed and loss and grief. See the blanket of love enfolding each one of them. And we take a moment to just imagine the faces of children from all over the world, these precious little lights that have come to be the truth of who they are. And we see them unfolding and thriving and being blessed as they are a blessing for our world. Finally, as we come to the close of a week where many of us have had some time off from work and time to gather with loved ones, go into our sense of gratitude and appreciation and just think of a few things that have truly blessed you and give thanks and let that vibration of appreciation rise up, raise our level of consciousness. Now we close with our closing prayer, which we say together, I am grateful 3 times, so please join with me. I am grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful. So it is. And on the screen, we are going to have our statement of truth, and we affirm together, there is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life. God, the omnipotent good. And then we're going to start for this month, instead of having our special feature we usually have, we're going to be lighting our Advent wreath. And we have 2 special members here to do that for us today. Welcome, Stephanie and Nicholas.
Advent Week 1, Hope and Faith. Most Christians focus on hope during the first week of Advent and unity. Perhaps inspired by the view that faith is the assurance of things hoped for, we contemplate both hope and faith as we spiritually prepare our hearts and minds for Christmas. Think of it as a hope and faith continuum. Hope arises when we glimpse a new possibility. These glimpses can inspire us to make positive changes. They can motivate us to adopt new ways of thinking and behaving. Increase your hope on this continuum and enter the realm of belief. We believe because we have an electrical understanding of how a thing works. We may also believe because it's what we've been taught. The challenge is that it's possible to have two contradictory beliefs concurrently. For instance, I believe in an abundant universe, yet sometimes, if funds are low, the anxiety I feel shows a residual belief in lack. Resolving these contradictions is the domain of faith. It's in the spiritual dimension that we experience faith as a deep inner knowing arising from divine intelligence. Blessed are we, for each of us has access to hope, belief, and faith in the Christmas story's promise of infinite good and love everlasting.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's stand. It's time to sing. This week we're going to sing Beautiful Star of Bethlehem. Shine on. Oh, beautiful star of Bethlehem, shining far through shadows dim, giving the life for those who have long gone, guiding the wise men on their way unto the place where Jesus lay. Oh, beautiful star of Bethlehem, shine on. Oh, beautiful star, the hope of light, guiding the pilgrims through the night, over the mountains till the break of dawn, into the land of perfect day. It will give out a lovely ray. Beautiful star of Bethlehem, shine on. Oh, beautiful star of Bethlehem, shine upon us until the glory dawn. Give us a lamp to light the way unto the land of perfect day. Beautiful star of Bethlehem, shine on. Oh, beautiful star, the star of hope, for the Redeemer of good and blessed. Yonder in glory when the crowd is one, Jesus is now the star divine. Brighter and brighter he will shine. Oh, beautiful star of Bethlehem, shine on. Oh, beautiful star of Bethlehem, shine upon us until the glory dawn. Give us a lamp to light the way unto the land of perfect day. Beautiful star of Bethlehem, shine on. shine on.
Good morning, Unity. My name is Jim Lakin, and it's my pleasure to be your service leader today. I wear a few hats around here, so this happens to be the one for today. We're filled with gratitude and thanksgiving this weekend. There are so many things that we come together to do to support this church and our community. Thank you, each and every one of you. And we want to start off by thanking all of those who contributed, shopped, wrapped, and who helped deliver the food and the gifts for Christmas Mother. We had 4 families, and we'll be sure to have, they're going to have smiles on their face for your generosity. So we give thanks for them. And right now, I'd like to call up Rhonda. She was our Christmas mother, has been for the last 11 years.
Good morning, Unity. Unity family. I just wanted to thank all the volunteers for all of their help, and the delivery is going to be tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. So all my Santas, if you can meet me here tomorrow morning, and we'll deliver everything to all of the families. Thank you so much for all of your help, and have a blessed week. Thank you.
So you already have a hat on, so we can't put your new hat on, but you have a Christmas Mother hat now, which has a Snoopy and
Snoopy's my favorite.
what's the little bird's name? Baby bird exchanging presents. So here's your new Christmas Mother hat. And then
Thank you.
here's a gift from us thanking you for 11 years of bringing this project together. We really appreciate it. Yay. Standing ovation.
All right, now I need to take a moment here to prepare myself. I know a lot of you have been shopping or have yet to do some shopping, so let me just. Oops.
There you go.
I think my ears are bigger than my head, you know. So.
Go.
All right. It's a new look, right? Well, we want to give thanks to our women of Unity and all of those who made jewelry or traded jewelry or handbags or whatever. And we still have that out in the hallway there, so you got plenty of time to shop, you know, even though it's a little short between Thanksgiving and Christmas this year. So, thank you for all your purposes. This has been a fantastic fundraiser for us, and it's all in memory of Regina Macomb. So we carry on the tradition for Regina. So wherever you are, Regina, hey, it's a good look, huh? And also in terms of the Women of Unity, next week they're having a potluck, so all of the women are invited to that, whether you're a member of Women of Unity or not. So you're welcome to come and enjoy with the people here. So please come and enjoy that. And we also, next we want to give thanks to all of those who helped put up the lights and the outdoor decorations, and who helped clean up the garden. So let's give them a hand. So we are indeed doing amazing things here and are blessed beyond measure. So I actually had 2 pages today. So today after the service, Elna's prayer shawl ministry will sit and knit. So if you know how to knit or you don't know how to knit and want to know how to knit, you can join the prayer shawl ministry there. Okay, and then this week, December 3rd, marks Giving Tuesday. It's an annual tradition to give, celebrate, collaborate with your generosity. And if you're so inspired to share an extra love offering, you may do so by noting your tithing envelope or using our Giving Tuesday tile online. For all you do, our gratitude abounds. And next, it's almost here. The grand illumination. Make plans to join us on Wednesday at 6 p.m. We'll light up the gardens shortly after 6 p.m., and then we will enjoy music and caroling with Claudia, our music director, and we'll also have hot chocolates and snacks too. It's a perfect way to ensure your holiday season is in full swing. But wait, there's more. Mark your calendars for December 9th as well. We're decorating the inside of the church a little later this year due to a special event. Decorating inside the church is always filled with fun and joy. Some of you would even say it's magical. Whether you have 30 minutes, an hour, or more, we'd love to have you with us. And also, I don't want to forget that Mighty had her organization yesterday getting bags and stuff for the kids and the homeless. So we want to give Mighty a hand on that. This is something she does year-round, actually. It's not just a one-time event. So anybody who helped Maite, please stand up and let's give them a hand too. So it bears repeating, we're doing amazing things here at UCBA. So keep up with the happenings by going online, e-news, Facebook, and all of that. So now it's time for the Daily Word. And the daily word for today is hope and faith. As Advent begins, I welcome the opportunity to reflect more deeply on what I hope for and what I affirm for my life. Hope is a seed, a possibility. My divine faculty of imagination allows the seed of hope to sprout. Nurtured by faith, the seed takes root and grows from I hope to I believe. I may have once hoped God would help me. Now I have faith that through the Christ within, I can help myself. I may have once hoped for the life of my dreams. Now, I have faith I can create the life I want through the power of my feelings and thoughts. I believe. I mindfully use these words at the start of my Advent journey and beyond. Today's scripture reading is from Colossians 1:27. To them, God chose to make known how great among the Gentiles are the riches of the glory of this mystery, which is Christ in you, the hope of glory. And now it's time for our affirmation, and I'm going to say it once and ask you to repeat it with me 3 times, please. Inspired by hope and assured by faith, I begin my Advent journey. Together? Inspired by hope and assured by faith, I begin my Advent journey. Inspired by hope and assured by faith, I begin my Advent journey. Inspired by hope and assured by faith, I begin my Advent journey. All right, thank you.
All right. In 2016, I released a Christmas CD, and so this month I'll be sharing songs from that CD. This is a song I co-wrote with my good friend Karen Drucker. I, at the time, was working with a children's choir, and they were going to do a solstice service, so that was the theme for Be the Light. Winter's here, it's the time of year to celebrate the season. Family and friends, the joy never ends, and our connection is the reason. And the very best part is the love in our hearts. Be the light, that shines in the dark. Be the hope, all it takes is a spark. If love is to be, it all starts with you and me. Be the light, be the light, be the light. Like a candle flame in a window pane, or embers burning by the fireside. As we celebrate, we illuminate. The light we shine is multiplied, and the angels sing with the love that we bring. Be the light, that shines in the dark. Be the hope, all it takes is a spark. If love is to be, it all starts with you and me. Be the light, be the light, be the light. Oh, in the blackest night, there's a shining light, shining so bright. Be the light that shines in the dark. Be the hope, all it takes is a spark. If love is to be, it will start with you and me. Be the light, be the light, be the light. Be the light, be the light, be the light. Be the light, be the light, be the light. Oh, go out and shine, yeah. Be the light, be the light. Be the light, be the light, be the light. Thank you.
So I was going to put this on earlier and I forgot. So this is to make up for the fact that we don't have our Christmas trees in here yet. They'll be coming a week from tomorrow, so we will be all festive and decked out with trees shortly. So it's December 1st, a new month, and we have a new power, the power of life. A great power for the month in which we celebrate the birth of the Christ in us. Charles Fillmore writes in Keep a True Lent, the first step in the realization of life is always to know that God is life, abundant, omnipresent, eternal. And the second step is to make positive connection with God life by declaring our oneness with it. And Ernest Holmes, who is another New Thought teacher around the same time as Charles, said, there is one life. That life is God. And that life is my life now. In God I live and move and have my being, and God lives in me and moves through me. I affirm this today. The life of God is the only life there is. That life is my life now, complete and perfect. So life is of divine origin. It's eternal and indestructible. Einstein said energy cannot be created or destroyed. So when we're talking about life, life gives rise to our body. Invisible life takes shape in visible form. Life in human form has birth and death, but life as a spiritual power cannot be diminished. Life continually renews. We see it on the physical plane after there's been a massive forest fire. It isn't long, and things are growing again and sprouting. And when we lay down this body, we think that the life force continues as the physical form decays. So the power of life, Linda Whitsett, who did such a beautiful book on these 12 powers, says it expresses as animation, vitality, and presence. So I'm going to say more on each of these pieces, but right now I'm going to invite Regina and Zita up to do a reader's theater called Come to Life.
Hey, Zita.
Hey, what's up?
What you up to?
Sitting.
Me too. But, well, I was thinking about getting up.
Yeah, good luck with that. Getting up is overrated.
Oh? Really?
Believe me, I've tried it once, and it didn't go well.
Oh. It's just, I have this funny feeling.
I'm sure they have a cream for that.
It's like this energy humming beneath my skin.
They make a cream for that, too.
No, not like that, silly. It's like, no matter how down I get, my very being just wants to get up and do things.
Not me. I'm staying right here.
Haven't you ever noticed, though, how no matter how harsh the winter might be, spring just comes bursting out all over the place? That's what it feels like.
Well, if you want to get up, that's fine, but not me. I'm too tired. If I had a time machine, I'd just use it to go back to bed.
But have you ever seen photos of what happens after a forest fire? It can be total devastation, but within days, new life starts popping up.
How about you pop up and take yourself off then?
Come on, Zita. Don't you know what I mean? It's like life is this dynamic force, beating my heart and breathing my lungs without me having to do a thing.
Well, there you have it. I don't want to have that thing to do.
But I have this notion.
Yeah, here we go.
I have this idea that if I put my mind to directing this force, I could do amazing things. Look how much it does without me lifting a finger. What would happen if I really paid attention? I mean, if I could energize all my affairs within this life energy, imagine all things I could accomplish.
Well, if you get up, you might get in an accident. You might have a heartbreak, get lost, catch a virus, lose all your money. You might have to talk to someone you don't like. Oh, wait. Apparently that can happen when you're sitting down, too. Yeah.
Don't be silly. I know you like me.
Oh, yeah. There she goes again.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained. I'm getting up.
What? Oh, there she goes. All right, give her a hand clap. Go ahead, give her some love. You know that she wants it. Look at her, she's standing.
Come on, Zita. Come on.
Really?
Come on, Zita.
Okay,
Yes. Come on.
Thank you, too, for showing us a little bit about the power of life. So that is a great image of life as animation. The opposite of life isn't death, it's stagnation. And there was some stagnant thinking going on there. God does not give life like we give presents to each other. God is life. And so we have the opportunity to give life to our dreams, intentions, and divine ideas, or we ignore the life that is running through us and focus our energy on not expanding, not growing, not becoming. Old, rotten self-worth tapes can sap the life out of a person. But Regina's character was choosing to focus on yes, on life, on becoming alive and stepping into taking action. So we can see this power of life in all kinds of different ways, and I have a couple just killer stories about this. So a 47-year-old disabled veteran was told 15 years previously that he would never walk again unassisted by his doctors. And he bought into their story until a yoga instructor believed in his life potential. She started working with him. He released 140 pounds within 10 months. He was walking and running once again as he developed a rigorous yoga practice. That is animation. Now we're going to talk about vitality. Vital means essential, necessary, and it also means having energy and the ability to thrive. We are whole despite any physical conditions that would appear otherwise. Our wholeness is tied to our life power, to this invisible part of who we are. It is the truth of our very being. Wholeness is not always obvious to us, especially when someone appears less than whole. But think of Stephen Hawkins. He did not let being paralyzed stop him from being vitally alive. He served as a renowned physics professor, researcher, and author. So here's this beautiful story about vitality, seeing beyond the physical limits to the heart of a person. A man named Paul received an automobile from his brother as a present, and when he came out of his office, a young, roguish-looking kid was walking around the shiny new car, admiring it. "Is this your car, mister?" he said. Paul nodded. "My brother gave it to me." The boy was astounded. "You mean your brother gave it to you and it didn't cost you nothing?" Boy, I wish. Paul knew what the boy was going to wish for a brother like that. But what the lad said jarred Paul all the way to his feet. I wish that I could be a brother like that. Paul looked at the boy in astonishment. Then impulsively he responded, "Would you like to go for a ride in my new car?" "Oh, yes, I'd love that." After a short ride, the boy turned to Paul with his eyes aglow, and he said, "Mister, would you mind driving in front of my house?" Paul smiled a little. Again, he thought he knew what the lad was thinking. To show his neighbors he was riding in a big new automobile. But he was wrong again. "Will you stop at those 2 steps?" the boy asked. The boy ran up the steps. And in a little while, Paul heard him coming back, but moving quite slowly. The lad was carrying his younger, handicapped brother. The boy sat his brother down on the bottom step, then sort of squeezed up next to him and pointed to the car. "There she is, buddy, just like I told you. His brother gave it to him, and it didn't cost him a cent. And someday, I'm going to give you one just like it. Then you can see for yourself all the pretty things all over our town." So Paul got out of the car and lifted the younger child to the front seat. The shining-eyed older brother climbed in beside the small child, and the 3 of them began a memorable ride. This older brother saw his little brother as alive and is already making plans for him to thrive. Words of encouragement to ourselves and to one another call forth our vitality. Our vitality is expressed through our intentions. Remember in Genesis 1, the command, "Let there be light." Let there be light is not a request. It is a command. Our light shining, our vitality lighting the way. And then the third attribute that Linda talks about is presence. In principle, life is being, which is invisible. But in form, life is existence, which is visible. In unity, we call our divine identity individuality. This means each of us is a presence, a distinctive, unrepeatable expression of God, the one mind. We are one with the one. We each have had the experience of being in the presence of another that feels glorious. We feel their vibration of harmony and love. Their presence calls forth the best and the highest within us. So my final story is about this presence and one mind crossing species and creating a profound experience. So a fisherman was fishing off the area around the Golden Gate Bridge, and he spotted a whale who was fully entangled and wrapped in a fishing net. So this fisherman radioed for help, and within a few hours, a rescue team arrived and determined that the whale was so badly tangled that the only way to save her was to dive in, cut the ropes, and untangle her. But this was a very dangerous proposition because one whack of that tail could kill a human being. But they decided to go for it. They worked for hours. They all got in the water with curved knives and eventually freed her. And when she was free, the divers said she swam in what seemed like joyous circles. Then she came back to each and every diver, one at a time, nudged them, pushed them gently, thanking them. Some said it was the most incredibly beautiful experience they had ever known. The guy who cut the rope out of her mouth says her eye was following him the whole time, and he will never be the same. The gift of being present, the gift of caring deeply about what is happening in that moment in which we are in. So Linda identifies the three I mentioned: animation, vitality, and presence. But I think there's a fourth that ties into this power of life. And for us, I think it's so crucial to have this sense of purpose, because that makes all the difference in our lives. So I want to tell you one last story by a man named Reverend Everett Swanson, who was a minister in Chicago, and he was flying to South Korea to minister to American troops fighting the Korean War. And he just had this sense that something important was going to happen as he went over there. Went over there, did his thing, nothing too astounding happened. It was his last night, and he was having dinner in a restaurant with someone. It was cold and that night, and he took his coat off and hung it on a peg or a hook or something, and somebody grabbed it and started running with it. Well, he was from Chicago, and he knew about stuff like this, so he took off running after this being that had his coat. And the person, he got outside, and he's looking, he sees him down the way, he starts tearing out after him, and he sees the person throw it on a heap. So he goes over to this heap, and it's orphaned Korean children that are laying in this freezing weather on the ground in piles of wrecks. Well, he was so undone. He didn't know what to do. He went back to the restaurant and bought bowls of hot soup and brought it to these little ones. And then he was leaving the next day. And as he came home, he was so appalled. He began including this experience into every revival meeting he had, and Christians responded by donating funds to purchase rice and fuel for the children. Then he started creating sponsorship programs for individuals, families, or churches to help support these orphans for dollars a month. And the sponsorship money provided biblical lessons, food, clothing, shelter, and medical aid on a regular basis. To handle all these funds, he formed a nonprofit in the basement of his Chicago home. So then by September of '61, he was supporting, this ministry was supporting 108 orphanages in South Korea. Then he changed the name. It had been named after him. He changed the name to Compassion International. 2 years later, he started moving beyond Korea. Then he incorporated Compassion of Canada in 1963. So 2002, 50 years of this in existence. They celebrated by expanding into Nicaragua, which brought the total number of countries to 22. So this happened from the night of an experience of one man in a foreign country experiencing something that blew his mind, that he knew humanity should not be experiencing. So he touched into something that called forth his purpose and his life energy. So I'm inviting us, as we celebrate Advent, let life be moving through you in powerful ways of animation, vitality, presence, and purpose. Because, beloveds, I behold the Christ in you. This power of life is surging through each one of us. We don't know how to make our heart beat, our lungs pump. This power that is a divine gift is calling all of us to stand forth and become all that we are created to be. I'm going to invite Claudia to come up and lead us into some meditation music.
Oh come, Emmanuel, and ransom captive Israel that mourns in lowly exile here, until the Son of God appears. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. Oh, come now, wisdom from on high, and ordering all things far and nigh. To us the path of knowledge show, and cause us in this way to go. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel.
Thank you. So beautiful. I'm going to invite you to close your eyes if you're comfortable. Take some nice deep breaths. I'm going to invite you to see the light within you animating every cell, animating your consciousness. It's like a wild dance party going on. Each one of us is vital to the presence of God. Another breath. Come fully into this moment. Allow yourself to be fed by your source. Rest in the presence of love. Daniel Nahmad has a song that says, I'm diving in, right? Diving in You are one with the one. Feel it and experience it. Here we go. As you come back, feel the chair supporting you, fingers and your toes. Grounded and touch your heart. Just give thanks for all that expresses through you. This power of life that is cut loose in the world right here, right now. World hungering for the presence of love. World hungering to see abundant life. Life that Christ said, I have come that they might have abundant life. You and I are it. I invite you to open your eyes and let this beautiful life shine, shine, shine. And so it is. Our ushers are coming forward, and if you have a physical offering you'd like to hold in your hand as we say our blessing, please do that, and otherwise just hold it in your mind as a blessing. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that we have, all that we give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God, for the joy of giving and receiving.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you so much. We love our sax players, and then we get double sax even sometimes. So now let us bless these gifts. We're so very grateful for these gifts. We remember the gift and the giver are one, and we send these forward to expand the love and joy consciousness within this community in Richmond and around the world. So let's affirm together our gratitude. I am grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful. Thank you. And I'd like to ask our chaplains to please stand. So, oh, look, we got oodles of chaplains. So please avail yourself to have a session with one of these at the end of the service to have your heart and soul and mind touched and supported. And I want to acknowledge the people who have made this service possible. So we had those who were greeting and opening the door this morning, Marcy and Safar. Then we had Nicholas and Stephanie. The men have been doing the fellowship treats afterwards. We have Shari and Jody, and then all our wonderful musicians, and Donald Fay with us today. Jim wearing his earrings. It was a great day. So as we get the children in here, we're going to bless all of them. Did anybody let the children know we're ready for them? Howard did? Okay. They might be playing very hard.
We are walking as the light, as the light, as the light. We are walking as the light of God. As the light, as the light, as the light, as the light, as the light,
As the light of God.
Good. So today we're also working with the power of life and that power of life within us and the interconnectedness with spirit. And we started a craft on making flags. I know some of them may have felt a little rushed just then, but they're almost finished at least. And they had a lot of fun doing it. We had a lot of good conversations. And thank you so much for Ben for helping us out.
Folks that have helped us. Friends, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ you are, and we see you doing amazing things. And please stand for our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be.